Do I need both a will and a trust? Hey there, my name is Ron Payne, and I'm an estate planning attorney and the CEO and managing attorney here at Payne Law in Kernersville, North Carolina, where we handle your family law and estate planning needs. People often ask, well, if I get a will, do I need a trust? If I get a trust, do I need a will? And the answer is you need both. The reason being is that a good estate plan will leave minimal things to the will. Wills go through probate. Probate takes time and costs money. So in a perfect world, the ideal estate plan will leave as much for the family as possible outside of probate. What that means is your bank accounts have a payable on death beneficiary, your house is jointly titled with your spouse, so that when something happens to you, it automatically goes to them. Your 401k, your life insurance policies, etc., they're going to go directly to a beneficiary. They're not going to go through probate. And so oftentimes when a properly estate plan is set up, the only thing left that might go to a family member or something is a car. And simply put, it's because retitling cars, especially if there's a loan on them, something, you can't do that. But if there's not a loan or anything on them, you got to go through the DMV. And let's face it, none of us want to go to the DMV, right? And so what you can do, though, is put somebody else's name. Now, there's still going to be assets, personal effects, etc., that don't have title on them. So maybe you'd have to do a probate, but at least you've minimized probate at that point, right? Now, the more advanced strategy is if you're adding up your assets and you're like, between the house, a life insurance policy, and a 401k or a bank account savings, you've got more than a couple $100,000, especially if you've got small children and you want to make sure they don't spend it all when they're 18. We just posted another video about that, so I'll try to post a link to that here in the comments. But you want to set up a trust. The advantage of a trust is, simply put, you can leave everything you have to the trust, so you don't have to really update your estate plan again. Everything just goes to the trust. You get a new life insurance policy, put it in the trust. You need to change what ratio of life insurance proceeds. Maybe you've got one kid and then you add a second child. So now instead of having to update the beneficiaries on your life insurance policy, the life insurance policy just says leave it to the trust. And the trust is the only document you'd have to update. That's easy enough if you only have one life insurance policy. But if you've got, husband and wife both have life insurance policies, and then you've got bank accounts and 401ks and investments and all these sort of things, updating those assets every time you change your estate plan becomes an onerous burden that most people just don't want to fool with. And who can blame you? There's just more fun things to think about than, man, what happens if I die? It's just such an important topic, right? So if you update everything, point it to the estate plan, it simplifies the management of your estate plan because everything points to the trust. If there's a change, what do? Update the trust. And that can be a really quick and easy update once you've established the trust. Not only does it get to skip probate, but it's there. So if you have a trust and it skips probate and therefore you're not even going to have a probate, why do you still need a will? That's simple. The reason you need a will is because what if you miss something? What if that beneficiary doesn't get updated? Then that gift, that life insurance, whatever, that didn't have an updated beneficiary would go to your estate. And if we don't have a will, then anything that does fall into your estate would go according to the laws of North Carolina, not to what you intended. So the will, in a properly prepared estate plan that involves a trust, just acts as a safety net. And the will says, anything that you get here, just put it in the trust. So it acts as a safety net to the real estate planning vehicle, which is your trust. So if you've got a will, but you've got young children or you've got multiple assets and you want to make sure that your estate plan is considered in the whole and you don't want to have to update everything every time something changes, you can use a trust to complement your will. If you're thinking, man, I know I need a trust, I've got young children, I want to make sure they don't inherit everything, I want to spread it out over time so that it's properly managed and it's for their long-term benefit, then you still need a will because you want to make sure that everything gets caught just in case anything were to get missed. If you were to inherit something at the last minute, or you were to get a large sum of money, if you were to switch life insurance policies, or something happened with the beneficiary, it would catch that in the will via the safety net provision and then pour it over to the trust. So that's why you need to have both in a properly prepared estate plan. If you would like some help setting up your estate plan, we offer free estate planning consultations here at Payne Law. We serve everybody around the Piedmont Triad, Forsyth, Guilford, Alamance, High Point, Davidson. We can do phone, we can do Zoom. Of course, we'll be happy to meet you in person, whatever works best for you. Reach us on the web at paynelaw.com to set up that consultation, or you can give us a call if that's more convenient, 336-281-6928. We'd love to speak with you about it. I hope this has been helpful. Like and subscribe here on YouTube for more helpful, friendly legal content. And until next time, have a great day. Remember, we're Payne Law, and we help families navigate life's important decisions.